Okay.
Hello.
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 Hey everyone, how are you tonight? We've had a great day at Annie's today, except for you, Nate, that you joined in remotely.
Yes.
We were painting like a kindy class. It was awesome. Absolutely awesome. Actually, I might whack up some of the pictures on my Facebook page so that you can have a look at them because they're really pretty. And I'll put Nate's up as well because he was there anyway.
Yeah.
So
we're really excited to have Nate come and join us tonight. So thank you, Nate, for agreeing to come on, although you dubbed yourself in last night.
Yes. I did.
So that's good. And look, we've got a lot of people jumping in. Hello, everybody. Hope you've had a glorious weekend. Oh, that's Annie's word. Hope you've had an awesome weekend.
You can steal my words. It's fine. It's absolutely fine.
It's catchy.
Yes, I know. I'm infectious. It's all good. All good. Okay. So we've got a few people on. I'm going to run the meditation tonight. And we're going to go for a little toddle around the place. So what I need you all to do is just get yourself very comfortable for me. And you can shut your eyes for me. Get yourself comfortable in your chair. Big deep breath in all the way down to the soles of your feet. Breathe out. So we're going to open up and we're going to relax our toes and our feet. We're going to relax our ankles and our calves. We're going to relax our knees and our thighs. We're going to let go and relax our buttocks. Everything's going soft. You're light as a feather and free as a bird. Coming up to the base of your spine. Glorious white light is going to travel up, up, up from the base of your spine, up through your body, through all of your internal organs, through your bones, through your skin, through every part of your body, all the way up through your waist, up to your chest, up to your shoulder blades, up to your shoulders, and drop your shoulders. Send the beautiful white light down through your arms, through your elbows, down through your forearms, into your wrists and into your fingers. Any stress, any negativity, any worries, any fears, let it all drain out through the tips of your fingers into Mother Earth, where it will be transformed into pure energy. Come back up to your neck and let your muscles go slack. That's right, all slack, all soft. You're light as a feather and free as a bird. Drop your jaw, relax your tongue, relax your cheeks, your eyes, the muscles around your eyes. Let it go and relax your scalp. Big deep breath in and out. Breathing gently with every in-breath. Breathe in the light. With every out-breath, sigh, sigh, and relax more. That's right. You're light as a feather and free as a bird, surrounded in beautiful white light. I want you to imagine that you're walking down a path, and before you is a garden. The first part of the garden is full of beautiful orange flowers. As you're walking, you see the birds of paradise, glowing orange and beautiful. There's pretty nasturtiums, there's orange roses, there's beautiful flowers everywhere. You can smell the scent. You can see them glow in the sunshine. As you keep walking around, the next garden you come into is full of yellow flowers, sunflowers, daffodils, beautiful, beautiful yellow roses. You feel the roses against your skin, the petals so soft, the scent so beautiful. As you continue to walk, you come to a garden full of beautiful tree ferns, beautiful trees, beautiful grasses. This garden's all green. As you look around, you see flashes of little pink flowers in amongst the green. So pretty, so beautiful, glorious pink roses all over the place. You can smell the beautiful scent of the roses and see the glorious dark green of the trees and the grass. As you keep walking, you come to a garden which is blue. It has forget-me-nots all over the place. Beautiful blue flowers, dahlias, glorious, glorious roses, so dark blue they're almost black. Again, soft and gentle as you walk through the forget-me-nots, remembering things that may have slipped your mind as you touch the gentle little bells on the forget-me-nots. Moving onwards, we come to a garden that's full of glorious purple flowers. Some of the flowers in there look like velvet. They smell absolutely divine. It's so, so pretty, so, so beautiful, and so peaceful, and so relaxing. Walking onwards, we come to a garden full of white flowers, beautiful daisies, glorious peace lilies, beautiful white roses. We're walking through this garden, and in this garden we choose to sit. As we sit, we find our chair spins, and as we slowly, slowly move in a circle, we pass through the red garden, the orange garden, the yellow garden, the blue garden, the green garden, the purple garden, and we're back in the white garden. We're surrounded by all these beautiful flowers. I'm going to leave you there for a couple of minutes. You may be on your own. Someone may come and sit with you. Enjoy. Please focus on the garden that's your favorite. Doesn't matter what color it is, doesn't matter where you are. Should you choose, you can spin your seat gently and look at all of the different colors as you spin gently around. Know that these gardens are there for you at any time to step back in, sit down, relax, and enjoy. Sadly, it's time to come back now. We'll walk back through the garden, down the path, down, 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 through all the different colours, down, 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 bringing with us that feeling of peace, the feeling of joy, the feeling of happiness, the calm energy that was given to you by the beautiful flowers. That's right. When you are ready, please wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, open your eyes, and come back to the space. Hi, Nate. Hi, Kerrie.
Hello.
And we're
Hello.
back.
That's the second time today I've not wanted to come back. What's that telling you?
I'm here, Kerrie. I'm here.
We need you.
My cat. I went on mute. My cat interrupted while you were doing that.
Cats absolutely love meditation and that energy.
Yep.
I know. Mine,
So does my dog.
Mm.
My crazy doggy likes it. She sits under the table at my feet when I do meditations. She loves it. So, Kerrie, would you like to introduce Nate for us, given that he belongs to you?
I would love to do that. So, I actually, a lot of you know Nate because he's a regular in our chat, and he's built connections with a lot of people that join us on our live streams from week to week, and he's always got some great feedback and comments for us in the chat. So it's great to have him here. Now, Nate also has a special relationship to me because I'm actually Nate's auntie. So he's my nephew. So saying this sort of thing runs in the family, it certainly does. And it has gone down for the generations. Now, Nate's journey, as with everyone's journey, is unique, because everyone's journey is specific to them. And I have to say that whilst I might be Nate's auntie, and yes, I am older than him, he also teaches me a lot, right? So spiritually, where we sit, I don't know, I think he's ahead of me.
Wow.
So that's how it goes. So Nate, I was looking at you've recently launched your Pellowah website. So congratulations on that.
you.
It looks
Thank you.
awesome. And on your website, when you talk about the About Me page, you mention in there that you saw your first angel at the age of 13. So what I'd like to ask you is, would you mind sharing that experience with us and then share your journey since that time and we might just pepper you with questions along the way. And if anyone in chat has a question, we might pop that up as well.
Cool. So I'm just going to wing it. Get it? Wing angels.
Yeah,
anyway.
wing it.
But seriously, I saw an angel when I was 13, and it sounds really nice to be able to say that out loud, because a lot of people, some people would think, "Oh, you're crazy. But I've actually come to the point now where I love telling people this story, and actually happened in this room. So I was 13 years old. This is my childhood bedroom, and what happened was, it was at a time when there was nothing going wrong. I wasn't in any trauma or any in a bad state of mind. It was just it was daytime. I was doing some homework from school, and an angel appeared, as tall as the roof, whiter than white. I could feel the breeze from its wings. Even when I shut my eyes, it was still there. I could still see it, because I thought I was dreaming, but it was middle of the day. I was awake, and it was beautiful. And it gave me a symbol that I've had for my entire life. And every time I'm sort of needing some guidance, I think about this moment with this angel, and I think of this symbol. And it was beautiful. And I think just having that experience for no reason, for whatever, has helped with a lot of things through my life. So in the really dark times, I always felt like there was something to strive for. I felt there was something more, that I was here for a purpose. So that was my first experience with an angel. I think they might have got a bit excited that had happened. The next time, about 4 or 5 years later, something actually spoke to me, and it scared the crap out of me. And my mum was actually there at that time. I was walking up the stairs, had a cup of tea, and somebody said hello to me. And I cowered on the floor and screamed, and the cup of tea went flying. And my mum was like, "What's wrong?" And I was like, "Didn't you hear somebody say hello to me?" And it was really, really scary. And it actually put a stop, I think, in having those experiences up until I was a lot older. Probably till I was late 20s, when my cousin was getting married. I was sitting in the church, and I was sitting right behind my nana, and her husband had passed away 40 years earlier, and he suddenly appeared during the wedding ceremony, as clear as day, standing next to her. There was a space next to her, and that was reminded me, and I'd forgotten by that point about the angel, and that reminded me of the angel experience. And then there was that. And it was beautiful. My cousin, who was actually getting married, asked his mum what was wrong with me in the ceremony, because I was crying from the tears of this beautiful vision of my nana and my pappy side by side at this wedding. And I could see him. I could see his outline. That it was just beautiful. And then I think my grandmother passed away a few years ago, and that was really when my spiritual journey started. When she passed away, I did the slideshow for the presentation, and she was with me the whole time, telling me which slides to put where, which order, basically telling me the story of her life. And she's been around ever since. And ever since then, a lot has happened in sort of my spiritual journey. I've had a lot more encounters with what I'm calling the angels. Even more recently this year, I was in bed in this room again. This time I was asleep though, but I woke up when a voice said Mikkel very clearly, like as if somebody was standing in the room, like the voice I had heard years earlier. And I was like, Mikkel, what's that? And it wasn't until I was listening to a podcast about the archangels that I heard somebody pronounce Archangel Michael as Mikkel, and I was like, that's another angel reference. and I remember that time I wasn't scared. I just remembered it was almost like they were saying, I am here, like pay attention to me. And ever since then, it's been a lot of. I just decided to be open to the angel experience, let them be around me, listen to them, and that's kind of where I got to today. Yes.
It's funny that you say that around grandma, because this week in preparing the slides, I saw her for the first time in a very long time.
Wow.
And she came through and reminded me of the prayer that she used to say with me at nighttime, because I used to have a lot of voices talking to me, and I used to say they just won't shut up, and I can't sleep. They just won't stop. And she used to do a prayer with me about asking the guardian angel to protect you from that, to actually stand and intervene. And it comes back to the old ask and you shall receive, right? And so much so that I went, okay, I've got to go look for that. So I actually Googled the prayer and found a nice little picture and added it into our intro. So that was care of grandma this week. So yeah, bringing that
I left
in.
out a part of I left out a part of my whole story, which was the Pellowah part and the linking to that. And I just want to quickly go back to that. After I saw the angel, I just wanted to show. I did this self-portrait, which it links back to my story with Pellowah, which is when I learned Pellowah, which is if anyone's familiar with Reiki, it's a little bit like that, but it's different. Reiki is a bit more of like a physical energy, whereas Pellowah works, it's a more high frequency energy. But when I learned Pellowah, I actually felt like after that I actually had wings, which then reminded me of this drawing I drew when I was really little. And then it's like the full circle came around from seeing the angel when I was 13, drawing the angel, having Michael talk to me again, doing Pellowah, feeling wings. So I just feel like angels are all around me all the time, and it's beautiful. Like it's just so nice to be able to feel like they're there to support and guide, even when you're not having a great day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I'm not so much an angel girl, except my sister, who passed away 4 years ago, had angels all over the place. She had angels by her bedside. She had angels everywhere in the house. She had angels. And she was in Scotland and I was over here. And I knew that she was close to death. She was in palliative care. And I was in bed, and angel, for me, Angel Ariel has 3 sets of wings. And I saw my sister with this angel Ariel behind her, and I saw the wings being wrapped around my sister, and just with the feathers. So they just came round her really gently, and the only thing that I could see was her little face. And I thought, she's in the arms of the angels. Kerrie, you might need to take over because I'm going to cry.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
that was just, it was so gloriously peaceful and beautiful. And after that, I asked if I had an angel. And of course, I have an angel. And his name is, I said, if I have an angel, could I have his name? And I got Sam. And I thought, Angel Sam. Like, of course of course you are. Like, is there an angel called Sam? The angel's name is Shamuel. So I thought, Sam will do. That one's too hard to pronounce. So now I have my own Angel Sam. And I have little chats with Angel Sam. So I've got Ariel and I've got Samuel. And I also am really attached to Raphael. So they're the 3 angels. Now, I can't hear anything. I think they just smack me with their wings every now and again. But I don't hear anything. And apart from my sister, I haven't actually seen anything. For me, it's more about just feeling I ask for angel hands when I'm mental, when I'm going crazy. And I ask for angel hands. And I felt hands on my feet that just send this heat all the way through me. And it just calms my energy completely and totally, So that's kind of, and I'm so grateful to Angel Ariel for wrapping my sister in so much love and taking her home.
Yeah.
So that's my experience with the angels.
So when I first started teaching the spiritual development classes, and they were very much sitting down and I always do a meditation and a cleansing and a prayer of protection first, because I want to communicate at the level. So we're raising our energy and they're lowering theirs, and we're sort of meeting in the middle for that communication. Not doing it in this earthbound lower energy space, or that's how I've taught myself to work. And when I first wrote that, and I was receiving the information through to write that spiritual development course, my guides, and I do refer to them as guides or angels, gave me a bit of an explanation of how that works with spirit. So they talked about your guardian angel. And yes, there is someone that's sort of appointed to help guide you. And before you choose to be born and animate the physical body, you have got a purpose, or what you are here to learn or do, which evolves you on your spiritual journey. And your guardian angel, they liken that to your GP, right? So they're like your general practitioner doctor, right? So they try and keep you on the path and try and put things in front of you to give you the messages, and so they're trying to help. But when you have a specific problem, other angels will step in to help with that specific request or what the challenge is in your life, and they can be there, in the blink of an eye, and they can be in multiple places. The spirit realm is an energy dimension, which means they don't have the barriers of travel, obviously, that we have. And they likened those angels to a specialist, right? So they come in and help during that particular time, and when you don't need them anymore, off they pop with love and light, right? To where they need to be next. But your guardian angel is with you from before your birth, and they're there with you after you pass over to assist with your life review. How well did I do against this journey, and what do I need to learn next, so to speak? And then you have loved ones in spirit, right, who do want to come and visit and let you know that they still exist. The energy connection's there. That love, that bond, that energy only has transformed from one thing to another. But unlike the angels, where if we ask for their assistance, then they can intercede and provide that help. Loved ones are like here, like I might invite the family over for dinner, and someone, I can't come because I've got something else on. So loved ones in spirit are very much like that. So it's more up to us at that point to recognize when they're around, and the signs that they give us to let us know that they're around. That could be a picture falling down, a certain song that we relate to them suddenly pops on, or a feather just drops down in front of us, or a kookaburra turns up and starts laughing right in your face. Like there's all these things that happen that go, right, okay, they're wanting me to pay attention. They're trying to give me a signal that they're around at the moment. So that's how my guides sort of explain that to me. So, Annie, whether it's angels or not angels, it's about that guidance and where that linking into that divine source energy, because they're all part of linking us to that divine source energy within us.
Nate, when you do your Pellowah, do you feel the connection to a guide or your angels?
I feel I feel a connection to the source. What happens with when I do the Pellowah is I actually feel like I've got wings that sometimes come out and actually help with the Pellowah. But the experience for some people is you were saying that you sometimes feel like angels at your feet, and feel the energy. Some people actually feel there's more people in the room than me, and so that they're sometimes you can sense that there's other people, spirits, guides helping with the Pellowah. But usually with a Pellowah, it's not like with Reiki. You get, sometimes you might get a message in. You might just say, "Oh, this came through for me. This came through for me." With Pellowah, we actually don't do any sort of diagnosis or get anything. We only ask what comes back from the person's experience. So if I was giving you a Pellowah and Annie, I wouldn't say this happened for me. I would ask what happened for you. And but I know I got a W in Gail. Gail had a Pellowah this week, and she was saying that she felt like there were more people actually getting around her than just me. I was at her head. She felt someone at her feet, and correct me if I'm wrong, Gail, but that was the feedback I got. But I don't. When you do a Pellowah, I don't get like those. It's the actual client. It's the client that gets the that I get the feedback from.
But how does it feel for you?
Oh, it feels beautiful. It feels beautiful. It's almost like doing a meditation for me. I just feel really calm and I actually, what's really nice about Pellowah is it's giving something to somebody else and that person using it how they need it. I'm not saying you need to do this or I go here. With Pellowah, my hands are guided by something and they just go where it needs to go. And it just feels really nice to be giving them that energy so that they can sit with it and do what they want. But yeah, it's beautiful.
I know. Like I had one and I've been away for the last 2 weeks and I'm away next week. But when I come back, I'm going to do another session with you. So I'll book that in. But
excellent.
I've got a few friends that have also linked with you in your Pellowah, and every single person's experience of it is different. So I'm going to ask you more stupid questions.
Yeah, no, ask away.
Does it feel the same for you with every person, or does the energy change depending on who you're working on?
Yeah, so the best way I can describe it is Pellowah is non-touch, so the hands never touch the person, or they're always up. Pellowah can be really calm, or it can be quite big. But what I've discovered doing it is everybody's got I call it a power move. So every time I'm with doing someone, and even when I'm doing a repeat, my hands will suddenly do a new move that I've never done before. So like a little while ago, I was getting like waves. Then actually Gail again this week, she got a sunflower. This sunflower move. Other people get high to low, and other people get so when even the repeat clients, it's different based on what they need at the time. And where they need it. So it's really interesting, and it's one of those things where you can't go into it with any expectation. You might just go in and have a nap while it's and but other times you might do something and you're really aware and awake the whole time, and you get a lot of messages, whereas other times you just maybe just need to just rest. It just really depends. Even when I've had Pellowahs myself, it changes every single time I've had it based on what I need at that time.
Yeah, that's what's so interesting about it, isn't it?
Yes.
Because people just can't describe it. Like
it's so hard to describe. It's so hard.
My friend's not on here, but she said that afterwards, like she couldn't have a negative thought in her head. Like if a negative thought popped in, it just fell straight back out again. It was like it went through her ears and just popped back out again. And she said she had never felt so calm or so, and I noticed the change in her, but so calm and so at peace before ever. And yeah, I was the exact opposite. Like I was all full of energy and bought a house and just, I was just raring to go. But obviously, like my friend had been jangly and it calmed her, whereas I was calm and it fired me up. So obviously for everybody, and like Gail, her says it was gently sinking into her chest. I felt waves. That's how I felt. I felt just this waves of warm and waves of heat. And it was, you sent a text, because it lasts around an hour, and you sent a text saying it was a gentle tap on the shoulder at the end of the session. Well, about an hour and a half later, I actually picked up my phone and thought, a
lot of people, and even in my experience, it starts, you think, I have to lie here for an hour, and then suddenly it's over. You don't even know you don't even know where that time went. But just going back to the just going back to like the negative thought thing, the good thing about what I love about Pellowah too is it's like a focusing on a camera. And so what Pellowah does is it works on your like your consciousness. It's about Pellowah actually is an angelic term for radical change in consciousness. So basically it's like a camera lens, and what it does is like when you like focus a camera, it stops you from focusing on the things that maybe aren't important, or that you might be worrying about, that are taking up too much of your time, and you start to focus on the things that maybe you're putting off, or the things that actually should be a priority, that you should be. And when you start to focus on those things, like you get a bit feeling like you're balanced, a bit of euphoria, calm, a lot of different things. But what's really good about that is when you start to focus on the things that you should be focusing on, it actually helps you start to move forward. So it sort of connects you with your higher self, and expands your awareness out. And like I said, it's really hard to describe how it works, but it saved my life at a time when I was in a really, really bad relationship, and this is how I was introduced to it. I had a Pellowah, and 2 weeks later, we broke up, and all of those, it was a really dysfunctional relationship. But the Pellowah gave me the chance to actually get out of it and move forward. And then finally I learned how to do it myself, and to help a friend who was in the same situation. And my friend who I gave the Pellowah to, the very first Pellowah I ever did, I was like, is this going to work? I don't know what's going to happen. And she had an amazing experience where she met her spirit guide. It was an eagle, an animal guide that landed in her chest. And she says every time that she is getting a little bit funny, she thinks about that eagle, and it takes her straight back to the Pellowah. And she actually bought a house two weeks later. So I don't know.
The things you do for people.
A gift that I can do if you want to buy a house. I don't know. But the second person, yeah.
Yeah, no, it's interesting, Nate, because with what you're saying with that, so connecting to your higher self, and I totally agree with that, because when I did my session with you, it was very much reminding me what I knew when I was little and then forgot. Yeah. Right? It actually took me back and, do you remember this? Yeah. And connecting you with that purpose, because I believe we all come and we all have a purpose or something that we want to achieve in this lifetime. And I think what's interesting at this particular point in humanity's evolution is I also think a lot of people have chosen to come back at this time that maybe didn't need to, but have come back to assist mankind to lift out of this drudge of the 9 to 5 sort of, moving in that space, back into that higher level connection with nature and our connectedness to everything. I actually think there's a huge connection with that. So the fact that things like, Pellowah is coming through now, I think is huge as far as assisting people to remember. So I often get, my guides often will say to me, you need to remember what it was. You need to recognize that energy, right? And then move forward with that. So it's, remember, recognize, realize.
Pellowah breaks a lot of those blockages that you might have that you've been holding on to too. And a lot of the feedback I get from people is the second Pellowah I ever did, which was like straight after the other one, which was the spirit guide encounter, was the next one was I went back to my childhood, and this woman had some issues with her mother, and was clearing some of that. So from the very first one to the second one, the experience was really different. But you're right. But it is about like the stuff that we also don't know that we're carrying along. And one of the other things about Pellowah too is it actually connects your spiritual DNA. So what it does is it actually, and this goes back to, I think, Annie, the client I had that you were talking about with the thoughts that were bouncing out. Pellowah, the very first Pellowah you have, it connects your spiritual DNA, and that can never be broken again. And that gives you this added protection for like the rest of your life, for being able to recognize, say, negativity, Thanks, Mum. Recognizing like negativity, but that's another benefit too. Get like your spiritual DNA being connected and it never being able to break, and that's when you start to get your real shifts forward and progressing, and if you're starting to become aware of like what do I want in this life, and where do I want to go, and you know, what's my purpose, and am I happy, which is a really, you know, those questions. You can actually start to move out of the bad the situations you're in. You can get out of like the cycles you're in. It's really lovely that way too.
Can I ask about your teaching, because you're now qualified to teach Pellowah?
Yes, yeah, I can teach it.
Can you do that? Do you have to do that face to face?
I have to do that. Yeah, I have to do that face to face. So the healing I can do personal remotely. The healing, the teaching how to do it is face to face. And there's two levels, and this is where it gets really interesting. There's level 1, which is you can give Pellowah to somebody else, and you can do that in person or remotely. The level 2 is actually all about your own experience. So it's got there's only one level in Pellowah. You can just do level 1, and that's it, to give it to somebody else. But level 2 is all about your own. Expanding your own consciousness, and once you do Pellowah 2, it's like boom, like it's all about letting expanding your awareness and like opening up to new experiences, and it's all about you. So the first one is about giving to someone else, and the second one is about you, and it's so they're very different. You have to do one before you do 2, but they have to be done in person. But level 2 is really great because that's where symbols and stuff start to come in, and this symbol stuff that I love working with. Which goes back to the angel giving me a symbol, is the stuff that I'm now doing with Pellowah with symbols.
So if you look back, Nate, do you think that right back from the very beginning, your spirit guides, your angels, who was around you at that time, giving you those symbols, was a start so that when you got here, you would remember?
Oh, absolutely. And absolutely. It's come full circle. And I love that I've been able to put all the pieces together. It's like a puzzle. And I've been given signs here, and here, and here and there. And, you know, like as you're going along, you're like, oh, that's crazy. Or, you know, you doubt, you think, oh, that's just a coincidence. And I know there's no such thing as coincidence, but now that I've come full circle and I've had Pellowah and I've seen it, and when I actually put everything together, because you forget about things as well, but when you put everything together to get to where I am today, you can tell I'm starting to get excited about it. I love it so much. I think from that, the angel to the drawing idea, everything was like leading me up to this point, and now I feel like I can help people get to like start to move forward as well, and that's what I really love about it too. It's Pellowah is more about the mental and emotional moving forward. It can help with physical stuff, but that's a benefit from when you get rid of a blockage. So like, you know, you get sick from holding on to something, but when you can clear that, then there's health benefits. But it really is about just getting this right.
Yes. Yeah. So because for me, that would be the main difference between what you look at for Reiki healing or what I would call laying of hands healing is more of a physical, dense. I don't want to say dense because it's still a high level, right? But it's a denser. More
it still is. But if you compare them, because I also do Reiki. I learned Reiki when I was 17, so I do Reiki as well. Pellowah is my go-to, but I do Reiki as well. But I feel like if Pellowah is like it operates like, you know, if you've got a sore throat, you can use Reiki. But if you want to look at clearing the aura, then Pellowah is really high frequency. And the other thing is, it's because it's a high frequency, you can't do them at the same time because Reiki cuts the connection to Pellowah because it's a denser one. So you have to do Pellowah separately to Reiki. And the other good thing about Pellowah is when you have a session, I don't say, oh, you've got to have one for 6 weeks or, you know, one for whatever. You can have a Pellowah session and that's it. I don't chase you up and say, you need another session. The clients come back to me when they're ready. So it's not like you need one session for every every 2 weeks, or you need a set 3 sessions a year. It's like you have your session, and then we check in and see how you are. Then you go, and if you want another session, you come to me. I don't chase it up. So that's the other benefit too. So I'm not doing any marketing spin or anything like that.
Yeah. Look, I think
So
I know
you
you're coming up to visit us soon, but I think we're going to have to get you up here and run a course for us. I think we've got a lot of people who would be very interested in coming along and learning more about this, Nate.
Yeah,
Nate,
honestly,
how long does it take?
It takes.
How long
it takes,
does your course
it takes about. It probably takes about a day, so like 9 to 5. And there's a lot that happens in that day, but yeah, it takes a day. But and you need to have a pair, so you have to have two, so an even numbers. But I am more than happy to do it because I just want people to know it's just I love it so much. Yeah.
I can feel it. I can feel your energy coming through the live as you're doing it. It actually, and it's interesting because if you think about the internet and you think about those waves, well, that's an energy in itself. It's a resonance and it's a frequency. So what I'm feeling right now is that energy coming through the frequency.
I was nervous before I started, and now you're not going to be able to shut me up. It's like,
we told you that would be.
You said that.
Oh, look, Bronwyn's online. Happy birthday, Bronwyn. It's your birthday today.
Happy birthday.
Yeah. Well, I think of that. And look at that, Nate, because time flies. When we're talking about all this, because we're now already just after 8:15. So I wonder if anyone in chat has any question for Nate. We might just give you a couple of minutes if you have a specific question that you'd like to ask Nate. Now is your opportunity. We've got him here live, live and ready. We're on a bit of a delay, so people may be putting things in and we don't see it straight away.
Oh, thank you.
Look at that.
People are also saying that they would be interested. There's 3 or 4 people that have already said that they would be interested. Yeah.
And the good thing about once like knowing someone, because with the difference between Reiki and Pellowah is when you do Reiki, you do get some of the benefits of the energy, but when you do Pellowah, I don't get the benefit. So it really is just giving it to like the person receiving the Pellowah. So it's good to be near someone or know someone that you can send it to, and you can share Pellowahs. I am in Sydney, but I can also do it remotely, and the remote ones are really interested because I sometimes with the working with the people that I don't know is actually the parts that I really love to do because it actually affirms to me that it does work, because I usually call the client 24 hours later. Actually, the other thing about Pellowah is when you have your session, it takes an hour, but there's so much energy downloaded to you that it drip feeds in for like 24 hours afterwards. So for the 24 hours after the session, it's still doing its thing, and then it keeps working. So I won't talk to the client for 24 hours and then check in and get the feedback. So that's good.
People want your website, Nate. They want your website, and they want to know where
it's called Pellowah. It's spelled Pellowah. Pellowah.space. I'll put it in the chat. I think I can put it in the chat.
Yeah. Pop it in the chat, Nate.
Yep. And it's only been up for a week and a half, so brand new.
It's very pretty.
It is. It's lovely.
It is. It's lovely. Very pretty.
Lovely. So thank you so much for agreeing to come on and chat with us about your journey, because everyone's journey is just so unique, but so incredible to share. And I know that when people do listen to other people's journeys, bits and pieces resonate with other people as well, and it'll trigger things in their own memory or their own experience that, I know that I've probably forgotten more than I remember. So, that's been awesome. Yeah. Thank you so much for agreeing to come on, even though we sort of twisted your arm a little bit.
Cool. Thank you.
Okay. So now Nate said, "Do you want me to go away?" And we said, "No, just sit around and
No,
watch."
you're going to sit there.
If any messages come through for you, Nate, he'll share too. So,
Mhm.
who wants a card? And what's interesting too is I bought angel cards when I was in Harvey Bay, and I didn't know we were doing angels. Look,
And just by chance, somebody has exactly the same card.
what are we like?
I know, isn't that funny? So, I don't know if you're going to use those ones, Annie, or I'll flip to Heart and Soul, or what do you think you'll use?
I'm going to use a combination. Kerrie wants a card, and for Kerrie, I'm going to use my Rebecca Campbell ones.
Mm-hmm.
So what I got for her is the crumbling. What are you hanging on to? So again, back to what Nate was saying. If it's not serving you, let it go. Just let it go.
And again, resonance from this side, the angels are bringing through this particular card here. And this is about not giving in to fear and doubt, letting that fear and doubt just go. Look at things objectively because you are safe and things are okay. And allow love to guide you, not the fear to put up a resistance to where you're going. Because it's time now for you to break free of that and you will succeed. So that's the information coming through for you there.
Amanda, angel cards, peace. No matter where you are or what you're doing, inner peace is always possible. All it takes is a subtle shift in awareness. Think love and peace will follow.
Mm-hmm.
So there you go.
And Amanda, again, we're bringing this through. So this card here is about a new phase and it brings with it new opportunities. So this can be a really lucky and prosperous time for you right now where anything is possible. So doors that you may have felt were previously closed, I'm now seeing just swipe open for you. So this is going to be a really lovely time and a time of light and joy and happiness. So embrace that energy.
Oh, Gail. No, I shouldn't even. Archangel Michael.
Sorry.
No, the path is now clear. I have removed all obstacles in your way. You can move forward now with ease and confidence. You will achieve what your heart desires. Can I have a hallelujah?
Yeah, exactly. That is so funny because we were just talking about that today. So it's the appropriate card to come out.
And Gail
And it's
and I always talk about Archangel Michael.
So there you go.
Yeah, so there you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Any pops?
That's right. That's right. And Gail, coming through here, this particular card is telling you don't discount your imagination, right? Because it's more than imagination, it's inspired thought, right? And it's something beautiful that you are bringing into creation through it. So your imagination is real. So don't discount that. And it's a magical and creative force and it's full of endless possibility. So they're saying trust what's coming through to you because it is not your imagination. Yep.
That even looked like her.
It does, doesn't it?
Jessie Cat. Mindfulness. Be mindful of another's feelings and needs. Someone needs your love right now. A loving thought is all it takes.
Mm-hmm. And Jessica, these beautiful angel wings are coming through for you tonight. And it's asking you to close your eyes and allow yourself to feel yourself embraced by these angelic wings of light and feel the light absorb within you. It'll fill your heart and with peace and joy. And there is no need for any concern. The angels have got your back.
Nate? You're right. Deb. Archangel Sandalaphon, I have heard your call for help. Your prayer will soon be answered.
Mm-hmm.
You've got angels everywhere. They must have knew we were going to be talking about them.
I know it's crazy how many angel cards are actually just coming out through these. I mean, I know you've got the angel wishes cards, but these particular cards have multiple things in them, but they're still dropping all the angel messages. Deb, this one's for you. This particular card is recognizing that any challenge you're presented with is actually an opportunity for you to discover a deeper meaning in your life, and that these are actually being presented to you at this time because they're asking you to look for that deeper meaning. And you will come up with multiple solutions and ideas to things, and you'll discover that there's no limits to your capability. So they're just asking you to look for the deeper meaning in those any challenges that are presented, because they're not really a challenge, they're an opportunity.
Anita, the middle path, embrace both sides. The middle path is the road to a balanced and more peaceful life.
Anita, for you, this particular card is all about expansion and accomplishment and success that comes from the results of doing what you love or something that has great meaning for you. So you are creating something right now that is of a real lasting value, and it will be cherished by others for a long time to come. So there's a strong sense of teamwork around this, but a great deal of fulfillment that comes in with it. So there's definitely expansion with what you're doing right now.
Ronnie. Oh, how interesting. Bronwyn got engaged. Love. The heart of love is the heart of creation. All is possible through love. All is worthwhile for love. May all you think and feel reflect love's eternal truth.
Beautiful. And Bronwyn, you can't make this up. Look at this card. Right, so you can see exactly what this one's about. It's saying to you that there is a deep level of love in your relationship, and you both consciously and willingly surrender to one another. So feel and honor the sacredness of the connection with each other. Remain vulnerable and giving yourself to each other. And in doing so, this united love will feel so alive and reborn in each breath that you take. And one loving thought between you can create a world of infinite love that surrounds you. Perfect.
Happy birthday.
Yes.
Amanda, do it now. Don't put it off any longer. Have courage. Listen to your intuition, for it is the guiding voice of your soul.
Amanda, this card's talking all about your awakening and your balance. So it's like a bolt of lightning has hit you from the astral world, and it appears as inspiration. It's coming through to you in dreams. You're seeing light beings. It's illuminating your mind, and the whole universe is working with you to expand on these gifts right now. And it's expanding your physical energy, but also your soul energy. So this is a time to dream big, because the universe is bringing in endless opportunities for you to expand on these gifts.
Now, Leonard, a card for Judy.
Leonard's my dad. Leonard's my dad,
Yeah,
and
Les.
Judy's my auntie. So, so it's Les. I don't know why it's coming up Leonard Player. Yeah.
Don't baffle me. You change your name on me. Okay, so for Judy, I've got Archangel Raphael.
Oh,
Feel yourself surrounded by my emerald green light. I, Archangel Raphael, offer you healing and solace. The storm clouds will soon clear, and the sun will shine eternally bright. And it says trust.
And Judy, this card is bringing through very much the same. It is saying, tune out of the thoughts. So stop all the over analyzing and stop all the overthinking, right? What they're saying to you is instead listen to your heart, because everything that you want and everything that you need and all the answers reside there. So look within, keep that open heart and mind, and then follow that intuition without overthinking it, right? Because your inner vision has a magnetic quality that draws everything you need closer to you.
And Maria, we have all of the Italian connection on tonight.
We do.
Maria, integrity. Whoops, that way. Be flexible, but also be true to you. Stand by your beliefs and values, and others will stand by and believe in you.
Sorry, I'm running behind on
hi,
my.
Maria.
I'm running behind. I dropped the cards. I had to reorder them again. Sorry. Okay, so Marie, for you, it's talking about your intuition. Constantly senses the voice of spirit and conveys this through emotion and feeling. So spirit's great love and wisdom continuously flows through to you like a stream of soft diamond light. So stop for a moment and feel this beautiful energy flow and allow it to penetrate every part of you. You and spirit are one, and you're entwined by invisible threads of love. Nate's asking for a card.
Of course he is. Nate, I picked two for you. I picked one of the angel cards, but I also picked a Rebecca Campbell card for you. So what I've got, diversity. The world would be a boring place if we were all the same. Celebrate your uniqueness. You are special and much loved, my little angel child.
Thank you.
And the other one, align your life. What is not aligned or needs to change? So my final question that I was going to ask before we went into this is, when are you going to start doing this full time and stop faffing around?
That's why I launched the website, and it's happening. It's happening.
That's right. Well, okay, Nate. So you get two from there, but Spirit is going to back it up from this one. So it says, you know your true purpose of things. It is not hidden from view. Everything is about to change, and a blessing is on its way, and many more will follow. And soon you will feel as though it's raining rose petals from heaven.
Oh, thank you.
There you go.
Thank you.
They'd be the ones that were in my gardens in the meditation.
Yeah.
That's right. That's right.
Janet, I'm trying to catch up with everybody here.
Yeah.
Ooh, Janet, wisdom. Everything has a place and purpose. To be wise is to have great love, tolerance, and compassion for all things.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, guys, I'm making a mess. These heart cards are very hard to shuffle, and I'm not doing well tonight. Okay, so Janet, the card for you tonight is that I feel like some old feelings are resurfacing again for you, and you are really feeling the emotion of that at the moment. They're saying don't fight it, because understanding that emotion instead will allow those feelings to actually release from you and have a better understanding, so that you understand it's simply just a part of you. Embrace it and love it, because if you bless the past and those feelings, deep and profound healing is about to take place in your life. So that's an important message for you tonight. Now, we had a Maria Teresa Cuccinota. Did we miss? May I have a card? Yes, thank you.
Hold on 1 second. Because
Yep.
Nate got a card, I decided I wanted one. So I pulled a card for me because I can. And you're not going to believe this. Archangel Uriel. A great spiritual transformation is currently occurring both in your life and in our world. This is the union of heaven and earth, spirit and matter. Heart and mind unite in harmonious balance. Thank you, my beloved Archangel. Ah, dearie me.
That's lovely. Okay,
Now
so
we've got Maria.
So we've got Maria. May I have a card, please? Maria, what I've got for you is, if you're feeling a little lost or confused right now, wondering which direction you're meant to take, and questioning what it is that you really want from life, they want you to ask your inner child, and they want you to reflect on what really brings you joy. So that essence is the real you, and it's time for you to listen to your heart and follow your joy.
Can I just jump in there? That picture for Maria on her Facebook, I've spoken to her about that photo, and that photo, she said, reminds her of her inner child in the picture on her. So it's her profile picture in that message.
Yep.
What I got for you, Maria, is gratitude. Make gratitude your new attitude. The stars will shine bright upon you, and all in your world will become lighter.
Okay. And good night, Jessica. Thank you for joining us.
I think we need to.
Everyone for the nice comments too. I can't comment at the moment, sorry, but thank you everyone else for the in the feed. I've been reading them. I just can't comment.
Thank you for being with us, Nate. It's been absolutely fabulous having you here.
It's been fun.
Been lovely.
Thank you.
I'm glad you decided to be brave and put your big boy pants and come and join us.
Or do I have to do it again?
Yeah,
absolutely.
You do have to do it again.
We'd love to have you back. Definitely.
Anytime.
I'll get some cards next time, and I'll join in the end bit.
Oh, yeah, that would be awesome.
Hand it over.
I've got some inner child cards, but I just want to brush up on them a little bit. For the next time, I'll use those.
No, what we'll do the next time we pull you in, once you've had a play with your inner child, instead of doing, because there'll be 3 of us doing this, so we'll do a meditation, and then we'll just run through the cards with 1, 2, 3 for everybody that wants one. Because when Kerrie and I do it, as you've noticed, they always reflect. So to have the 3, that will be fun, but it will take too long if we do anything else. So that's what we'll do. So we'll give you a couple of months. We might do that around Christmas time. So that everybody gets a triple bonus, the power of 3 around Christmas time. That gives you a couple of months to play.
It does. And just before we close out tonight, oh, hi, Izza just tuned in. You're going to have to go back to the beginning, lovely. You missed Nathan's great chat tonight. Good to see you here. We also have the beautiful Colleen backstage here with us, and she always looks after our bubbles. So I wanted to pull a card for her tonight as well, because she doesn't often ask. She just does all the work for us behind the scenes, which I'm very grateful for. And Colleen, this is the card that Spirit has drawn out for you tonight. And what it says is that you are a living work of art, a most sacred and eternal being, a multi-dimensional field of energy with no beginning or end. You are a floating island of consciousness, swimming within a cosmic sea of love. So live that dream and dare to be extraordinary. And what I love about this is that you are now really connecting with your art that you are so gifted with. So that's a beautiful message for you tonight, my love.
Collie, I've got anxiety. And what it says is, we surround you with the healing light of amethyst. Take a deep breath and breathe in this beautiful violet light. Feel your anxiety melting away. There is nothing to fear. There is only love. So there you go, girl. You can do this stuff. It just scares you.
And can you do a surprise card for Isabella, because she's going to the start and she can get to the end and get a little card?
Yeah,
Sure.
look, you don't need to apologise, and I'm so glad that you were over at Harley's confirmation, because that's a really special event. So congratulations to Harley as well for that.
Easy.
Okay.
The bell. Truth. The best way through your current situation is just speak your truth. Contrary to what you may think, no one will be hurt if you express exactly how you feel.
So that's speak your truth, stay authentic. And this message for you is asking you to tune into the subtle divine force within you, and you shall sense the subtle and divine force within you, yourself, and all of living things. So over the coming days, there's going to be a heightened sense of spiritual connection with Isis, the goddess of motherhood, magic, and fertility. So that's a lovely message. And I don't expect that you're going to be having another child, but that connection is that childlike joy and wonder and everything else. And I believe that's going to be really highlighted for you in the coming week.
And we're done.
Thank you, Jane.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you so much for being with us. Thank you again to Nate. Thank you, Colleen. Thank you, Kerrie, my love.
Thank you, Annie.
I've had a wonderful time. You're welcome. It's all wonderful. So namaste, and off you pop with love and light. And we'll see you next month.
And we'll see you in a fortnight. Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.